Fame quarterback Aaron Garcia a year ago was the LA Kiss quarterback, now the Outlaw head coach. Bob McMillan is in the Hall of Fame, and he is looking for their first win of the season here in their home opener for the Kiss. Greatness is in the house. Tommy Lasorda here with the Kiss to give a pregame speech. We've got the AFL on ESPN, the Las Vegas Outlaws, and the LA Kiss. They are in the West Division in the National Conference, and you see the Outlaws are ahead of the Kiss. Good evening to everyone. Ari Wolf coming to you from Anaheim. Tonight, the AFL hopes is the beginning of a long rivalry, the rock band rivalry. The Outlaws, one of their key owners, Motley Crue's own, you know it, Vince Neil. Now for the Kiss, they are of course owned by the band Kiss. But there will be a football game to be played, and I need an expert to talk arena football. Hall of Famer Sid Bonner is with me. We have compelling stories at quarterback. First of all, for the Outlaws, J.J. Raterink. He was the LA Kiss starting quarterback a year ago. Took a lot of the blame for their lack of success. But last week when he got some protection, they took down the three-time defending champ, the Arizona Rattlers.
And he did an outstanding job in doing so. Was very efficient with the football. Kid's been around a long time. Right now, I think he's got a chance under Aaron Garcia to really elevate his game and take it to the next level. Was efficient with the football, made all the right plays at the right time. You see the numbers from a week ago, beat the world champs, and made it look easy towards the end of the game doing it. JJ's ready to have a big year.
So now we focus on the LA Kiss. This is a team that has struggled offensively since the start of their franchise a season ago. Adrian McPherson, he is the same guy who played at Florida State, was a fifth-round pick in the NFL by the Saints. McPherson making his third tour of duty in the AFL, but this offense still trying to gel.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out what to do with the offense. I mean, they're trying to figure out what works best for Adrian. Do we keep him in the pocket? Do we let him run around and be himself? Well, Matt Salk is a very good play caller. He understands the game. He's played quarterback in this league. He will get Adrian McPherson right. He's a dual threat, can make all the plays with his arm as well. This guy can be dangerous once he gets it rolling.
Let's go to the third member of our broadcast team, Anthony Herron.
And I'm with Kiss head coach Bob McMillan. Coach, 0-2 start for your team, wanting to get the offense jump started. How do you get that done tonight?
You know, we simplified the offense in the first 2 weeks. Adrian's worked really hard at getting more comfortable back there, and hopefully he'll go show it tonight.
Certainly sense the energy in the building here for you and the opposing head coach, Aaron Garcia. Folks got to see a little bit of tension play out on national television. Does that factor into tonight's game?
No, it's the LA Kiss versus Las Vegas Outlaws. I mean, me and AG can't do anything out here except coach, so it's our players against theirs, and the best team will win.
Certainly used to enjoy seeing them playing against each other back in the day, guys. We'll see those teams get it on tonight.
Thank you very much, Anthony. And that's a relationship that goes back to 1995. Here are the Arena Football rules. Running clock until the final minute of each half. You see the dimensions of the field. No punting, no outside stunting or twisting. Ball off the rebound net is live, and one receiver may be in forward motion before the snap. Aaron Garcia got his first win as a head coach last Saturday right here on ESPN2. More touchdown passes than anyone in the history of professional football. LA won the toss. They elect to get the football at the start of the third quarter. So the Outlaws set to receive, and the very dangerous Gerald Young, who changed the game a week ago in their win against Arizona, is back deep. He had 2 missed field goal returns for touchdowns. And Kenny Spencer, the kicker for LA, does a nice job. No chance at a return. And we get our first look at J.J. Raterink. He is very comfortable in this building. This time he is in here in an Outlaws uniform.
I don't know if you'd call him comfortable in this building, but he looks to come back and have some different type of results.
Well, Raterink played very well a week ago, and really his stats for the season pretty good. 55% completions, 442 yards, 8 touchdowns, and just 1 interception. Jomo Wilson at the top of your screen will be the motion receiver. 1st and 10. Raterink with time finds Young, and Young is tackled after a gain of 9 yards. And here's a look at the rest of the Las Vegas offense. Now they're missing some key guys. No Tyson Poots, out back-to-back weeks. And the protection is what's really important, and Will Wright has actually been forced into the fullback spot because Mortensen can't go. And so that will be something to watch tonight, he said, is how well Wright does at fullback.
Now, what that means for the offense is you don't have deceptives. He's not used to carrying the ball and running with it down the field.
Raterink, quick screen to Young. Young gets a block, and Young to the 23. And now we'll look at the defense for the LA Kids. The defense has been pretty good, Sid. They're allowing 48 points per game. That's 4th best in the league. And they've got youth in the secondary, except for DeAndre Dix, who played with Tampa, and he's got some experience.
He's got real good experience, understands the game, and is really one of those kids that wants to be great. He doesn't just want to be a guy out there. He works extremely hard. Coach McMillan says he wants to be a next-level type kid.
First and 10, Raterink, nice pocket, going for Young, and too much on the throw. And so far early, we're seeing what we saw a week ago, and that's good protection and a good pocket for JJ.
Yeah, it's a really nice pocket. I think Gerald Young breaks this route out a little too flat. He comes at more at this angle instead of high. And you're going to watch the throw, just takes him out. He breaks to the corner a little too flat. Needs to carry that a little high. There's really no room there. And JJ kind of puts it away. He's being really efficient with the football, not making those mistakes. Didn't hang it up, put it in the bad spot to give the football away to the other team.
Clinton Solomon, the former Iowa Hawkeye, in motion. And Raterink, touch pass to Wilson, who's right at the sticks, and it will be a first down for the Outlaws.
It's a great throw, and the defense is called. The defense is actually set to stop this play. You're trying to take away the backside. You see Jack, number 22, run to the left, and look at that soft touch throw right over the top. Jomo Wilson deep enough to allow that throw to get over the top. That's a great job of executing. 22
there, yeah, Teran Benton is the Jack linebacker there, and he can go side to side on the field, but only 5 yards back of the line of scrimmage. First and 10. Quick screen, Jomo Wilson. And Wilson gets to the 10-yard line. It appeared he had a chance to cut it back there, Sid.
Yeah, there was a lane inside and chose to go outside and away from it. You see Neal down there, Trice down there getting a little physical at the end of this play, but this play is set up nicely. You get receivers on blocking out in front, and you're gonna watch it set up nicely right here. You get a good block. Everything's set up to cut back and get inside, but there's some big dudes coming from the other side of the field.
One thing that you can tell right away is that Aaron Garcia has a game plan, and that's to make sure J.J. Raterink doesn't get touched early and gets the ball out quickly.
Well, you got to have those warm, fuzzy feelings for J.J. early, so he's getting comfortable.
Come on, get your hands up.
All day to throw, and Raterink moves to his left, and he'll toss that one in about the 7th row.
And that's where he's matured so much. Just being able to get outside and get rid of the football. But look at this protection. This is really good protection here. If you're a quarterback, you like this kind of stuff. You get to sit back and survey. There's plenty of time. Route's not open. The veteran quarterback makes a good decision. Clinton Solomon's got to explode out of there. He gets held up inside. A lot of contact going on right there. No call made. And in arena football, you get in that red zone, you've got to be more physical than the guy you're going against.
3rd down.
Get in there, Pitt.
Call it 3rd and 3. Raterink.
There you go.
Pump fakes, that frees up the Jack, and he throws to the end zone, and it's incomplete. What are you thinking here, Sid? Flag on the play.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul on the defense, number 3. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Talk about JJ being really patient in here, but he's going to miss. Gerald Young's going to come out here and run a squirrel route and come back inside, and JJ misses him just a sec. Watch, he comes back inside underneath. It's a great route. JJ runs into pressure, which is something he can't afford to do. He's got to hang back in that pocket and be patient. Tell you what, these 3 horses from the Las Vegas Outlaws do a great job up front.
I can't hear House.
1st and goal at the 5. Raterink throws that into some traffic. That's incomplete. He's fortunate there. That was the time where you were just mentioning a moment ago how he's become patient, and Garcia's not happy, I think, with the amount of contact from the DB, but still a scary spot.
It was, and I think they were trying to run the quick screen, but there was press coverage on all 3 receivers. So who are you going to throw it to? That's a tough one. Just throw it away, or if you want to run it and get some yards, try and do that. But be careful. That ball sat on top of the wall for a second there. That's an INT if they grab it.
Second and goal. Now again, because Will Wright is playing fullback, they could use a receiver to run the football, but they will not run the football with 72. Raterink, all kinds of time. He'll sling it, caught. Touchdown, Outlaws.
That's a great job.
Jomo Wilson. Flag is down. Let's just hold everything for a moment.
It's got to be Jack out of the box.
Offside, defense, number 21. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is a touchdown.
Now this play takes a long time to develop, but this is what JJ's good at. You see the Jack's already deep in the end zone. That could have been out of the box, but look at that protection. JJ stays patient, and the biggest thing is Jomo Wilson continues to work all the way back across the field and makes a great hands catch.
JJ Raterink with his 9th touchdown pass of the season. Jomo Wilson, his 2nd receiving touchdown of the season. So JJ Raterink in his return to Los Angeles. Good looking opening drive. Drives it down the field, finds Jomo Wilson for the touchdown. And we like the touchdown so much, we're gonna wait and see what this flag is. We're not going anywhere. Personal foul after the kick.
First play after kickoff, timeout.
So that penalty will be enforced after the return. But a great start for JJ Raterink and the Las Vegas Outlaws. Next week on ESPN2, coverage of the Arena Football League continues on Saturday when the Cleveland Gladiators head to Philadelphia to take on the Soul in an American Conference matchup. Cleveland and Philadelphia next Saturday at 7 Eastern Time on ESPN2 and watch ESPN. I mean, who doesn't love Saved by the Bell? That's our generation,
That's
said.
awesome. Great show, man. Lisa Turtle, Screech, Zach. Come on, man. That's a great show.
I mean,
great show.
Does date us a little bit.
I don't care. I'm proud I made it this far.
You're still going.
Still going.
Played cleanly. There's a seam and a great special teams tackle.
Barry Fletcher.
Barry Fletcher saved what could have been a huge return, and there is Adrian McPherson. 60% completion rate in his career, over 10,000 yards, 175 passing touchdowns, 24 interceptions, and he has a lot of rushing touchdowns. He set the single season record for quarterback rushing touchdowns just 2 seasons ago with the Tampa Bay Storm.
Hey. And let's go Wolf's left, wing yo. We got 50 bench, wing post on one, ready?
We're going to have bench routes on the outside, which are about 12 to 15-yard outs. And the middle route runner is going to run a post route.
McPherson too much on the throw. Now this is an offense that has really struggled, averaging just 32.5 points per game. Matt Salk, standing next to Adrian McPherson, is the offense coordinator who's had success in this league. Starting offense number 1, Donovan Morgan. Number 6, Tyron Lewis. Those are 2 guys who make for a heck of a 1-2 punch at the receiver
Over
position.
200 receptions between the 2 of them a year ago. I mean, and Donovan doing it without a single quarterback, playing with multiple guys. So very talented guys.
McPherson throws, caught by Morgan, and Morgan almost broke away. Call it a gain of 11. There is a flag down in the backfield. This could be offensive holding.
Holding, offense. Number 70, 10-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
Michael Diaz up front, going up against Mark Wovoda, number 33.
And there is a Las Vegas defense. Terrence Carter is playing very well. He's gotten healthy. Mike Lewis, amongst active players, one of the sack leaders in AFL history. And Tanner Varner last week had to play 2 roles. He had to both play jack linebacker and, due to an injury, go back in the secondary. But they've gotten a guy in the secondary, in Eddie Moten, tonight. He's number 6 in white. McPherson He is a threat to run. He'll take off. There goes McPherson. And he gets back 13 yards. And he takes a pretty good hit.
And this is a little bit of a hold on the edge. Right here, you're going to see Mike Lewis getting held. And this is what you can't do if you're an edge rusher. You can't allow for this guy, Adrian McPherson, to get outside and be comfortable roaming out in open space.
McPherson brings him to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 8. McPherson sets up, throws on time. The spin move and the touchdown for the LA Kiss.
Sampson.
He played his college ball not far from here down at San Diego State.
That's a nice route. Good job of clearing the jack. You're going to see the jack try to slide right over in coverage. He's going to be sitting right here waiting for the crossing route. But a good job with the eyes as the jack works to the field. He reads the high coverage from the backside corner. And right there, I mean, you can't teach that. That's just being elusive and wanting to get in the end zone.
Kick is up and it is good. So Adrian McPherson, the touchdown pass, his 7th of the season. And how about DeMarco Sampson? Nice spin move, gets into the end zone, game tied at 7. For all the latest news, scores, and inside information, log on to arenafootball.com. Whether you want to chat with fellow Arena fans or just check on the very latest league standings or stats, arenafootball.com is where it's at. And certainly a site we lean heavily on there is DeMarco Sampson. Had a brilliant career with San Diego State. Was there during the Brady Hoke era.
Taking off for your LA Kiss, number 19.
Kenny Spencer to kick it off. Gerald Young is deep for the Outlaws. Last time Spencer did a nice job, did not allow for a return. And again, through the slack part of the net, no chance of a return. So Kenny Spencer, 2 for 2 on touchbacks. Here are the 2 touchdowns we've seen so far. J.J. Raterink looking for Jomo Wilson, throws a laser, great catch. And then it's McPherson to DeMarco Sampson. Let's take a look at impact players, Sid.
We've got wide receiver, kick returner, Gerald Young. Guy was dominant last week, 2 returns, field goal returns for touchdowns. And Daryl Cato Bishop, a guy's coming into his own, a sack and a half on the season. Really just learning how to play that position, really making an impact for the Kiss.
J.J. Raterink looked good on his opening drive.
Go right, wide back. 51 Storm Z-Gin on one-on-one, ready?
51 Storm Z-Gin, you're gonna have the in route from back here coming across the field. Go on the front side with an out route by the motion man.
Raterink from his own end zone. On time, Gerald Young makes the catch. One of the perks we have is we get to go inside the game of arena football, and you'll hear live audio between the quarterback, J.J. Raterink, with his head coach, Aaron Garcia.
He's not okay.
One of the officials got hit on the play. Let's take another look before we listen in. Well, that's a lot after the play there, Sid.
Ooh, that's a ton after the play into a knee injury for the official. I mean, look at that. Got caught up underneath. She shook off the sub. She's ready to roll.
Snap here, go on 2.
Toughness.
Let's left hook, wide back. 50 Iowa pass on 2-on-2. Ready? They're hot.
Raterink. Beautiful pocket. Young's got a step and the football. Touchdown, Outlaws.
A lot more man-to-man coverage than we're used to seeing from the LA Kiss. With some guys that understand the game back there. Iowa route, you're going to have a cross, here. Motion man's got the post route, and he just takes it. Great move at the line of scrimmage. Nice throw, and a good job holding on to it by Gerald Young. So not only does he return field goals for touchdowns, he catches them as well.
He's a nice asset. J.J. Raterink, when he spoke with you last week down on the field, said, look, there are a couple guys to watch. LaDon Hudson, who's not playing tonight, who we saw emerge last week. And Gerald Young was the other guy he mentioned, and he certainly delivered. And there, the pressure had an effect. I'm not sure if he got a piece of it. And now some players are getting into it. You know, this is the first game ever between these two teams. You'd think rivalry, you know, might take a while to have some chippiness.
Not necessarily. The Arena League is a big pool, so guys get placed in other teams. They go to other teams, and they carry those grudges with them to the other spots. So
let's see what happened on the kick here.
A lot of pushing and shoving. One of those basketball-type fights. Great inside move there.
Oh, he got a piece, I think. It looked like it changed the direction of the ball. Let's check in with Anthony.
I'm with J.J. Raterink. We've seen you on national TV each week of the regular season so far, and it seems like the offense continues to grow. How have you gotten so much more comfortable?
You know, it's just one of those things. We knew it was going to be a process. Coach Aaron Garcia is so used to his offense and his terminology, and it's kind of a free-for-all. It's organized chaos, and we realized that it was going to take a little time, but we wanted to shorten that learning curve, and fortunately, I think we're starting to kind of catch our footing with that, and guys are getting on the same page. We're not throwing corners when guys are going post as often in practice, so we're starting to see that translate out here, which is something that's going to have to keep going throughout the season, but a positive sign only 3 games in.
And for you as a guy who's been around this game so long, you've got some youth at wide receiver. Gerald Young, a more diminutive guy, but what's he been like to work with?
Oh, he's a fantastic kid. First of all, his character is as good as he is speed-wise out there. And so to see him get an opportunity like this with Tyson Poots not in the lineup was really exciting. And, you know, he showed some flashes and really good things he can do.
Thanks a lot, JJ. Guys?
Marcus Trice on the return, and Eddie Moten got a piece of him, and he's tackled at the 1. And let's see where they're going to place the football. They're going to say it's a touchback.
Really good coverage down there by the Outlaws, who gave up a ton of return yards in their own right a week ago. Did a nice job on their returns, but gave up a lot of yards.
Adrian McPherson played his college ball at Florida State. Then after 2 seasons, spent a year in the Arena Football League before then going to the New Orleans Saints in the NFL. This is his 3rd tour of duty in the Arena Football League. Last year he was in the CFL.
We got Brown right HO. We got 50 bench, 8 post on 1, right?
Same play they open the game with. You're going to get bench routes on the outside. You're going to look for the motion man, Donovan Morgan, to try to win in one-on-one coverage against Henley.
McPherson makes that second read and then throws, and he misses a wide open target. Lewis was open at midfield, and what's going on with his mechanics?
It can't take that long to see that. It was clearly a cloud coverage. The backside corner falls off. You can see him in the screen here falling off. You know you've got this route 15 yards down the field. Just make that throw. He holds on the front side a little bit too long. You've got 2 bench routes. It couldn't be any clearer. That's just a miss right there by McPherson.
McPherson on time, just shy of the first down, and let's go to Anthony.
Well, guys, it was interesting talking to offensive coordinator Matthew Salk before the game, because his offense, and you know this well said, has a lot of verbiage in it, and he tags plays with the route combinations. It helps the wide receivers quite a bit, but makes the job of quarterback Adrian McPherson that much more difficult to actually just spit the play out in the huddle. We hear that a lot as the NFL draft sort of approaches, and people talking about that with Marcus Mariota. He's gone to a wristband with McPherson the last 2 weeks to help out.
They keep it on the ground with Sam Campbell and the big fella. First down and more as he rumbles to the 22-yard line. Second-year man who played his college ball at Illinois State.
That's such a great point that Anthony's bringing up there. You know, you're running back to the huddle, you're tired, you've been hit around, and you get a 7-word play to go out there and try to remember. Then you got to remember where you are to set the side, the strength. So it's very tough. You get that wristband on, you're out there, you can see it right in front of you and make the play call, and it makes it a little bit easier, less for him to think about.
McPherson, and Lewis makes the catch, but just a gain of a couple. And at the end, they come and knock the ball. It said Let's go back to your Hall of Fame playing career. How challenging was it to learn new terminology and learn an offense that was unfamiliar to you?
It's really challenging. I mean, I was in my offense for 10 years, 12 years before trying to learn Larry Kuharic's offense, which is what the offense that Aaron Garcia runs. It was tough, and things are not called the same way. The plays are the same, but you don't get to them the same way. And that's what you just have to remember to just focus and try to learn formations. Those make the biggest difference, learning the formations and figuring out who's where and what's what.
McPherson steps up, and the target was bracketed. 2 flags down as Lewis draws 2 defenders. And Lewis has got something to say afterwards. It's a homecoming for him. He's from Inglewood.
Absolutely, and went to Howard University. You can't make that play at the end of that play, but if you're Eddie Moten, you've got to lay off. There's no reason to hit the receiver, but again, McPherson not in sync with what the defense is doing, not seeing the coverage. Eddie Moten falls off in coverage on the front side, and he still tries to throw the ball over the top. Can't have that. You've got to read it, take your check downs and your short throws.
Long conversation between 3 of the officials. One of them's got his hat off, which leads me to believe there are 2 flags on the play. And I think one of them might be after the play.
Yeah, there's a pass interference down there, and then there's a late hit by Eddie Moten.
Multiple fouls occurred on the play, all 3 against the defense. Illegal defense, outside rush, number 17. Illegal contact, number 21. After the play, dead ball personal foul, number 6.
That works out very well for the LA Kiss.
Tacking on 10 after that, first down Los Angeles.
Now, Eddie Moten, many of you who are fans of the Arena Football League be familiar with Eddie. 3-time All-Arena performer, won a title with the Philadelphia Soul in 2008. And he is 3rd amongst active players with 50 career interceptions.
Yeah, he's a great player, but that right there, I mean, you can't, there's no reason to hit Teron Lewis there. I mean, you've got to let him go. There's no reason. The ball's overthrown. You're going to get yourself a penalty every single time. But a great player, played against him several times. Really good ball skills, finds a way to be around the football.
Hey, we got toss, we got tight, walk right.
Garcia looking on. And he has a defense coordinator, so he does not have to be involved with the defense. I think it's a real smart idea for a first-year head coach, not take on too much. All right, 1st and goal at the 7. Lewis in motion. You know he wants to score. He got 75 tickets for the game as McPherson sacked. They've now given up 8 sacks this season. That's dead last in the AFL.
It's a matter of not seeing down the field. You know you've got to be quicker.
There is no flag on the play. The player was a runner. 2nd down.
First quarter is complete at the Honda Center. Exciting first quarter. Outlaws lead the Kiss 13-7. You're watching the AFL on ESPN. Here's our game summary. First touchdown, J.J. Raterink. Great protection, finds Jomo Wilson.
It's a great look at Adrian McPherson to the streaking Sanders, and a great move.
DeMarco Sampson, and then here is Gerald Young, who's really establishing himself as a playmaker. Sid, what did you learn about the 2 teams in the first quarter?
Well, I've learned that the Las Vegas Outlaws are learning each other. They're playing together. They're playing smart. And they're making big plays. I've also learned that the Los Angeles Kiss haven't quite figured it out yet. They're struggling offensively. They have some talented players, but they're trying to figure it out.
McPherson to Lewis, and Lewis out of bounds at the 5. They cannot pick up a first down. It is 2nd and goal from the 5. Let's get the play call from Adrian McPherson.
So Brown left, HO, Brown left, HO. We got 500, H quick up. Let's go, wing piston.
Brown left. Hey, we got Brown left, HO. We got 500. H go, H quick out. S go, wing pistol on 1, ready?
What do we got, Sid?
You're going to look for the speed out from the motion man coming right here at the end zone. The outside receiver should clear. That's a hold on the defense.
McPherson was looking for Donovan Morgan. And no whistle. Let's take a listen here between Matt Salk and McPherson.
You get in a situation.
Hey, we got trade left. We got wing quick loop, 60. Wing swing, S spot, A fade on one.
Fourth down on the season. They're 5 for 12. That's 9th best in the AFL.
Expecting zone coverage here.
McPherson throws it out. Wide open touchdown. But that's got to be offensive pass interference.
Well, it's what they call a natural pick, and it happened unnaturally.
Yeah, that was about as unnatural as you could be.
You really have to be a better actor. You can't run in and block. It's not a screen. You're going to watch these two guys wall off down inside here to get the receiver outside around the backside. But you got to act like you're trying to fight through to run a route. Well, that wasn't terrible, but you got to still try to fight through. I've seen a lot worse, but you can obviously tell what they were trying to do, and it worked.
It worked beautifully. Sid, I feel like you could have ran that route with great success.
Well, it would have taken me about 2 days longer to get there. However, I would have gotten there.
McPherson's going to step up and take off. And it was on 4th and goal. And McPherson's got to know he's got to give his receivers a chance to make a play.
You can't take the sack in this situation. You've got a guy sitting on the wall on the backside, wide open. You got to figure it out. But the Las Vegas Outlaws says, no way, this is our house.
Tensions are high in the Bronx as Big Papi and the Sox face Tanaka and the Yanks. The year may change, but the rivalry doesn't. Baseball rules on ESPN. Red Sox versus Yankees Sunday at 8 p.m. on ESPN and watch ESPN. JJ Raterink off to a good start tonight. 7 for 10, 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. So his defense comes up with a stop and a chance to make it a 2-score game.
Going to get 2 vertical routes here with an inside route will be a sit down, a deep sit down route, deep post curl.
Raterink going up the sideline looking for Wilson. A terrific defense.
And you know, every now and then when things are going great, you want to take a shot, but that's a situation where you had a big gain in the middle of the field. Motion man's going to sit down here. You got a fade there and a fade outside. He wants to give him a chance and good protection. Ball's a little bit late and inside. Jomo has a step, and talking to AG, he seems like he's got his legs back from a year ago. He's a little out of shape, but Jomo's picked up his speed and open there. That's just a nice defensive play.
Raterink looking, the catch is made. Does he hold on? Clinton Solomon. Incomplete. Looked like he had it before he went over the boards, and a fan is allowed to keep that football.
Yeah, you got to come up with that one. It's a good job of reading. They run the high-low. Field corner sits down on Gerald Young, but right there, you got to squeeze that ball. You can't let him rip it out. You see Trice coming over trying to pull it out while he's down. All you have to do is get up with the football there, and it's a catch.
JJ Raterink and his head coach Aaron Garcia both were starting quarterbacks for the LA Kiss a year ago.
Ball start. Terrence Campbell.
Yeah, some movement from the Outlaws.
See, the problem with this is, after we get the call.
Ball start, 60, offense. 5-yard penalty, repeat 3rd down.
Sid, talk about the uniqueness of what's happened. Aaron Garcia and Raterink were competing for the job last year. Aaron Garcia, the 3rd greatest player in AFL history, according to the Silver Anniversary Committee. Guy sitting next to me said Bonner was #1, for those of you at home who don't know that. Talk about that Aaron then became a head coach and said, I want JJ to be my quarterback. That's pretty neat.
Well, it speaks volumes of the relationship they were able to gain during that tough struggle here.
And Gerald Young makes the catch and has just enough. Now they're going to say incomplete. No, he's got it. They're going to move the chain gang. Boy, Gerald Young, terrific catch.
This is a great hit from the left side. Yeah, he's got that ball.
Yep.
That's a good catch. Then it was ripped out after he's laying on his back. That's a catch.
How about Gerald Young? This guy looking like a future star.
Couldn't get on the field because he was injured in Orlando, but had talent. Now we're able to see it.
And he gets it on the screen. Block was not executed by Solomon, so it only picks up 5. But Young is a little guy. He goes back to the old days of the AFL when you were a starter in this league. Now it's all about the big receivers. Back in the day, those little guys were really important because they could make guys miss in space.
Right, in open space, and that's where you ran the quick screens and got the ball in their hands early and allowed them to beat guys up with the coverage. And now everybody wants to play for the red zone with the tall physical receivers. Well, these guys can get it done as well.
Flat T cross on one-on-one. Ready?
Best case scenario, you've got 2 big guys and 1 guy who's little who can make guys miss.
Shake them off.
Set up the screen, and the big fella gets worked. Ouch. The fans like that. And there we see the fullback, Will Wright, and he is not a natural fullback.
He's not. They try to run the hot release. They run the tight end as well, but look at Trice comes in and just gives it to him.
You can hear the roar of the crowd. They like the big hit.
Trice giving up a ton of weight, a ton of weight. I mean,
this is a guy, he's spent some time in the NFL with the Chicago Bears a year ago. College, he was first team All-Conference USA. Marcus Trice. Raterink hit on the throw, and they're going to rule it incomplete. This did appear his arm was coming forward. It's going to set up 4th down.
This is a nice job by Dominique Pittman coming around the edge, the backside. You see the great get off, and he just continues to work and gets there to put the lick on. JJ. Yeah, that's in the motion. A really good job by Dominique Pittman there.
All right, 4th down. And we've got a timeout on the field. We will take a break. The Outlaws will talk it over. Check that. We're going to keep it right here. They are going to challenge whether or not it was an incomplete pass or whether it should have been ruled a fumble. And one of the great things in the AFL is how transparent the replay system is.
Pass. Los Angeles is challenging that ruling. That play is under further review.
Here's one thing I didn't notice. Who recovered the football?
I didn't see that as well.
All right, we're all going to learn something right now.
We're going to all learn, go to school right here.
Because I was looking for the incompletion sign, and we got that, so now we'll listen in. They'll talk to our TV truck.
Okay, the ruling on the field is an incomplete pass that the quarterback's arm was going forward. And what we want to see is where the ball is and where he is when he's in his throwing motion. He's planting, and the ball is coming forward. Can I see that from a different angle? Thank you. So the issue is the ball going forward in the forward pass motion. He's planting. There goes the arm. The ball comes out as it's going forward. Thank you. I do need that first angle. There is contact with his arm. Here it comes forward, and the ball does come out and go forward. So we are going to confirm the ruling on the field, and Los Angeles has lost the challenge. They will be challenged or charged with a timeout. Thank you.
I think we have a decision.
The play is confirmed as the quarterback's arm was going forward when he lost control. It is an incomplete pass, 4th down. Los Angeles lost the challenge, and they are charged with a timeout.
So LA loses the timeout. Let's go to Big Ant. What do you see?
Well, I was down here at field level, and as I saw it, it was a bang-bang play, but as J.J. Raterink was preparing to release the football, as was seen on the replay, his arm motion was beginning to go forward. I briefly spoke to Coach Bob McMillan during the challenge. He was curious what you guys in the booth thought about it. I said I didn't quite know yet.
Well, Bob's not going to be happy about it, but it was the right call. 4th down. Solomon's open, has the football, and it's going to be first down. I believe they're going to mark him out just outside of the 10, so they can still pick up the first down.
Good throw, nice crossing route. JJ gets it out of his hand early, and that's, you know, you're going to get man-to-man coverage most times in this situation. He misses a big opportunity on Jomo Wilson there, running, streaking through the back of the end zone. But the first down keeps the clock running, and they have possession.
And through 2 games, they've dominated time of possession because of the style of offense that Aaron Garcia has put in. I mean, he was a gunslinger in his day, but he's playing with the weapons he's got. Wilson on the quick hitter, and Wilson forced out of bounds at the 8. Now, the red zone said you played quarterback, you were an offensive coordinator. Those rounded end zones make play calling challenging in the red zone.
They do. A lot of teams like to throw corners and things like that. You got to work a little bit further out. You can't wait till you get down inside the 10 to run those kind of routes. There's just no room. It's an extra defender for the defense. You've got to work some double move routes. Let's get the call.
Illegal block. The high motion man blocked the defensive lineman. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Aaron Garcia not happy about the call. Now, we saw him a week ago keep his emotions together, and he talked about how his father was such a calm high school football coach, and then he wanted to be the same. I got to say, now we're seeing Aaron dialed up a little bit.
Well, the motion man blocked the man over the wing. That's not a defensive lineman. That is a defensive back. So he's upset about the call. He has transformed himself because he is a feisty guy. When he played, he was one of the biggest talkers in the game.
Quick hitter to Doug Williams. Doug Williams just signed this week. Gets him down to the 4-yard line. They really like him, an intelligent receiver. He was with him in camp, played with San Jose a year ago.
This is a stop route, but they alert hot to the closest man to the field side. They roll coverage, the safety drops out deep, and it's a huge hole in the middle of the field. Great job of recognition by JJ.
Be ready.
Keep in mind, Raterink can score with his feet. He had an 11-yard touchdown last week in their win over Arizona. And now they switch it to Brackett. So Brackett's in the game because he's got good feet. And Brackett wants to run, no place to go. Antron Dillon not fooled. The former member of the Portland Thunder. It's a loss of 6 on the play.
Well, this play doesn't get off to a good start. He's going to inside charge and beats his man to the spot. Terrence Campbell's got to do a better job of cutting him off right there. But to go jumbo, bring in the big personnel, you got to deal with these athletes. You got defensive linemen and things like that trying to block these kind of quick players. It's tough.
Third down.
Go.
They can get a first down at the 1. Raterink throws. Wilson's there. He holds on. Touchdown, Outlaws. Second touchdown of the night for Jomo Wilson.
They get Winston right on this double move, and it's just allowing Jomo to work the backside, and great use of hands, but he's just going to wiggle at the top and come back out and watch it throw. If you don't think JJ's playing comfortable, look at this spot. I mean, that's a great throw right there. Ball's in the perfect spot away from the defense.
Well, it goes to kind of what we talked about last year at this time, watching him struggle, is that he didn't forget how to play quarterback. In 2012, he threw 93 touchdown passes for the Iowa Barnstormers. He didn't get the protection here. Bob McMillan, who we both know and really like as a human being, he's a defensive guy, even though he played both sides of the ball. They didn't know how to protect Raterink. Now we're seeing Raterink with protection step up and play great football. So Raterink is a perfect 3 for 3 on his drives. Here's touchdown pass number 3. And the Outlaws lead 20-7. As the draft nears, get a personal behind-the-scenes look into the lives of NFL prospects Jameis Winston, Shane Ray, Melvin Gordon, Todd Gurley, Devin Smith, and John Crockett. The clock is ticking to their biggest moment. Draft Academy. Series premiered Tuesday, April 14th at 7 on ESPN. Then John Gruden invites the draft's top QB prospects for film study and an on-field workout. It's the 6th consecutive year of Gruden QB Camp, Tuesday at 9 on ESPN. Trice is back deep, and he will get a chance. And Trice will be put to the ground just outside the 10-yard line. The Kiss, their brand is all over this. And look, it's not the real Gene Simmons, but it's pretty darn close. I mean, that's commitment to the team. Be sure to check out arenafootball.com for all the latest news and information on the Arena Football League. While you are there, be sure to shop the AFL Team Fan Shop for the latest team gear. Check out arenafootball.com today. We'll get another look at Adrian McPherson. Look, we've even got some Star Wars guys here in the house. Are they here to...
It's almost May the 4th to be with you.
Okay.
Almost.
I don't really get the tie-in to the Kiss or to Motley Crue.
It's called costume.
Is it a costume party? Can you come dressed as QB1?
Sure, I think I did.
Okay. McPherson, nice pocket, gets it to Donovan Morgan, who has the first down. And let's go down to the field to Anthony Herron.
Coach, you obviously had a question because there was a player down injured here. But, Coach, your offense and the way that it helps your pass protection, what does it do with the way you communicate with JJ and you're able to have him not get hit so often?
Well, I mean, honestly, they're playing real well. The last couple series, we went 5-step a lot more than I actually wanted to. We took a shot early, didn't make it, and then all of a sudden we're, in longer yardage situations. But what we would like to do is, keep it 3-step, keep our quick screen game and some screens to the big guys, to try and keep them off balance a little bit. But right now, they're just playing well.
And conversely, your defense has only given up 1 score so far in this game. For you guys with that pass rush, what was your thought as far as the type of talent you've been able to recruit here to this team?
Well, exactly that. I mean, we know, and I know as a quarterback, that the defensive line can dictate an entire game. And we brought guys in here, and we brought Coach Mayfield in here, who I think is the best at this. And he's done a great job with these guys. And I think if we watch, and in our minds, we can still get a lot better.
Well, thanks a lot, Coach. Ari.
Thank you. Critical player down for the LA Kiss. That's their starting center, Michael Diaz, the former Arizona Wildcat. Last year, he started 13 games for the Kiss.
Right there, just gets rolled up on.
Yeah, Wovoda was bringing pressure 33. Wovoda did a nice job pushing him backwards, and they're going to need Diaz. This is an offensive line that's still trying to find that cohesiveness to give better protection. Tuiasa Sopo is now going to be in the game, number 77.
Go! Today.
McPherson gets it out. It's Morgan in space. And Donovan Captain Morgan gets it to the 8-yard line where it'll be 1st and goal. Former AFL Rookie of the Year with the Chicago Rush. Donovan Morgan putting together perhaps a Hall of Fame career now in his 7th year.
Doing a nice job. Look at the read. He sits it down, reads the defense. Great throw by Adrian McPherson. Puts it on his body so he's allowed to run with it. Smart move down at the end of that play by Theron Lewis, who doesn't clip and take the penalty. Jumps out of the way. That's a very smart move. Good catch and run.
McPherson pump fake. He'll take it himself and dive in and take it for 6. Hold on, they may be marking him inside the 1. There's been no signal. McPherson saying he's in. The official says not this time. Let's take another look.
He's turning the corner, and I believe there's a defenseman's hands on him right there. That's tough to call. I mean, he's lunging in. You see the design quarterback draw. He lays out the knees down there.
The knee is down.
So,
and remember, LA's already used the challenge.
Yeah, that.
The ruling on the field is the player's knee was down prior to the ball crossing the goal line. Los Angeles is challenging that ruling. That play is under further review.
All right, they're going to go. And while he's over there, explain to me why you'd bother reviewing this when you have 2nd and goal inside the 1.
And this will be your last one for the game if you lose it. I mean, it's not a good thing to challenge. You're right there at the red zone. This kid has been unstoppable trying to get it in the end zone, especially inside the 2.
I mean, McPherson inside the 1's getting in.
Okay, what we want is a look on the goal line as best as we can get, whether there is action with the knee down prior to the ball crossing. Can I see that look again? Okay, here we go. The runner's heading towards the end zone. He hasn't touched the wall. The knee is down there, and the ball is short. Let me have one more look to confirm that. It does appear that his knee is on the ground. His knee is down there. Let me see that first one again because he disappears behind. There we go. The knee is down right there. The ball is clearly short. We are going to confirm the ruling on the field. Los Angeles is going to be charged with a timeout because they did not win the challenge, and it will be second down or third down? Second down.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The runner's knee was down prior to the ball crossing the plane to the goal line. Los Angeles has lost the challenge. They will be charged with their second timeout of the half.
Bob McMillan looks frustrated. And I guess I just keep coming back to
second down.
Why go for it? You get 2 challenges per team per game. You must have a timeout remaining to challenge. If the challenge is lost, a timeout is lost. If a team wins both challenges, a third challenge is rewarded only if they have a timeout remaining. So they're down to 1 timeout. Frankly, Adrian McPherson's automatic from right here. He walks right in. And there's nobody in the AFL who's more of a lock to score from the one than Adrian McPherson.
And he's done it so many times. I mean, you see the great explosion up front. And he's a powerful guy. Still a tough call, but you get a good look. Nice drive up front. And they're able to blast it in.
There are very few sure things in life. If he gets a clean center to quarterback exchange, he's scoring every time there.
The funny thing, that wasn't even a clean one.
Yeah, and McPherson's real special in that regard. He's just a big body. Let's go to Anthony.
Had to work my way through a little bit of traffic here, but I'm with that big body you referenced. All right, Adrian, with you in the maturation process of this offense, how far along do you feel like you guys are in the development of the LA Kids passing game?
We're coming along. I mean, I have a ton of weapons. You know, I just have to get to know these guys, trust these guys. They're all playmakers. Offensive line's doing a great job. I just got to continue to do my job and just get those guys the ball, let them make plays.
For you and Matthew Sock, a guy who played quarterback in the AFL game, what's the communication been like between you and him?
We have a great relationship. Matt always, you know, he tells me, if you're uncomfortable, let me know. What do you like? What don't you like? And we're friends off the field, so that definitely helps on the field.
And at different points throughout your AFL journey, you've gone to the NFL, gone to Canadian Football League. So now a couple of years away from the AFL, you're back now. How's it been feeling?
Feels great. You know, still trying to get used to the indoor game. Of course, it's a lot faster. The angles are a little bit different, but it's football. I love the game, and I'm enjoying playing.
Adrian McPherson, former Rookie of the Year, the only player in AFL history to start his professional career in the AFL and then be an NFL draft pick, guys.
Good stuff, Big Ant. McPherson 6 of 9 now, 71 yards, 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. Gerald Young still does not get a chance to return the football.
Talk about JJ playing well when he's got protection. You see he's able to stand in the pocket and survey. Anytime he can get back and get his feet planted and get the ball out, it's good for the Outlaws. JJ doing a nice job, and that offensive line has been exceptional. Really taking care of business up front. Kevin Myers, Nair Matre, and Terrence Campbell just killing it up front.
Raterink has gotten great protection, and I'm going to give equal credit to the offensive line and to Aaron Garcia, because Aaron's called a game that's gotten the ball out quickly. He did say they went more 5-step the last time, but the offensive line and Garcia together have helped Raterink a lot. And Garcia, that's a terrific throw on time. Catch is made. Doug Williams with the catch, gain of 20.
Wow, see, if I'm grading him, I give him a B- for even throwing that ball with the field corner so far off. But it's a dime, drops right in. You got to have some courage to go in there and catch that ball if you're Doug Williams. That's a great job finishing the play. Great throw. Risky throw, but great throw.
Have you seen J.J. Raterink at any point in his career look better than he has here in the first half?
Not since 2012.
Fair enough.
And he was comfortable with Coach Holency's offense, and now he's getting comfortable with AG's offense.
Raterink looking for Williams again, and that one a little bit overthrown.
I think he's given up on Jomo a little bit too early. Jomo had a double move route to the post.
But it
Great
seems
play
the
design.
philosophy is to get it out quicker. I mean, that's just, they want to avoid him taking hits.
And that's also how you keep your offensive linemen playing like studs, and feeling like studs.
Well, the Outlaws and Aaron Garcia, they know how to work the clock. They'll milk it down to the 1-minute warning. We'll explain the 1-minute timing rules when we come back to the Honda Center in Anaheim. Entertaining game so far. Outlaws in front by 6.
Coming up at the half, Arizona and Cleveland go down to the wire in a rematch of Arena Bowl 27. Plus, Jordan Spieth sets another course record at the Masters. We'll see you at the half. Sed Bonner, Ari Wolf, back to you guys.
Welcome back. 2014 Las Vegas in front of Los Angeles in the first ever installment of the Rock Band rivalry. Sed, explain the rules in the final minute.
Well, you've got to, if you're ahead, you got to keep gaining positive yards. You got to keep the ball moving. You want to score, but you don't want to score too quick and leave your opponent too much time unless you're going to go 2-for-1s. You got to be real prudent with your play calling. You got to understand the situation and give yourselves a chance to end with the football, not allowing your opponent to get it.
Possessions are critical. LA will get the football at the start of the third quarter. They only have 1 timeout left. Raterink gets it to Williams, and Williams breaks the tackle, stiff arm, and he is very close to a first down. It appears he had just enough. He gets out of bounds to stop the clock, and let's listen in downstairs.
I don't know if you really want to get out of bounds there.
Right trip, X between. Let's go. 53, tight end delay.
You're going to see a deceptive.
Here we go. Right trip, X between, 53, tight end delay on one-on-one. Ready?
Giving a lot of action out to the right side over here with these 3 receivers, expecting something coming over there, but look for this guy right here on the delay route.
Raterink, they're going to sit up to the big fella, and the big fella's going to get hit and get into the end zone. Terrence Campbell, touchdown Outlaws.
It's a great play call. AG is on his game right now. He's making this young man look very comfortable, but all the action is to this side of the field. The defense even goes that way. Look at the jack hot to the field, and you leak him out, and there is nobody home for the tight end. And as a jack linebacker, you got to check that guy first, but a good job of selling it by Terrence Campbell before he leaves.
Now, when he gets up to celebrate, I looked for Anthony Herron to see if the big fella was dancing himself, because, I mean, Anthony Herron played in the old Iron Man game. He played some tight end. Anthony knows how to celebrate. Gornall converts the extra point. And Big Ant loves the big guys, and here comes Campbell. He's still celebrating. Big Ant, could you make this play?
I have made that play, just to be a little more specific. And Terrence Campbell, you talk about a guy who's going to celebrate. I had a little bit of a dance from my 1 career touchdown reception, but Campbell has had some of the more impressive touchdown celebrations out of any of the 300-pounders who tend to score in the AFL. Of course, things are kind of jovial, kind of jocular down here. Mr. Campbell, I'll grab you for a quick moment. We've seen you score a few touchdowns here early in the season. Your role in this offense, how would you describe yourself as a playmaker?
Man, just an athlete, you know, blessed with thank God, first of all, and just blessed with athletic ability. Coach all day holding me down. Yeah, so that's I just create, man. Whatever Coach Garcia called, he believe in me. He believe I can get a job done, I just go out there and do it.
Do you ever actually plan for any of the celebrations you have? You got some pretty good dances sometimes when you hit the end zone.
I heard y'all was on me last week. Yeah, I don't plan it. I just go off my emotion, man. I'm an emotional type of guy, and I play the game full speed, you know, everything I got.
Thanks a lot, Terrence.
Hey, Big Ant, maybe you could teach him the oxygen mask dance, because it appeared that he needed a little bit of oxygen right there after the score. Coming up at the half, AFL highlights and moving day at the Masters. All that coming up at the half, so stick around. All right, LA only has 1 timeout. Adrian McPherson. They know they're getting the ball at the start of the third quarter. They would really like to score and give Vegas 0 time left to work with, but Vegas still has all 3 timeouts.
They do, and they're going to go back with the bench routes on the outsides, which you should take one of those quickly if you get it.
It's incomplete. He was looking for Morgan. And Anthony, having played with McPherson when he was just 19 years of age, you've been around him over the last few years. How has he matured and changed since he was a rookie in the AFL?
Well, just his physical stature itself is the thing that strikes you for Adrian McPherson now compared to where he was a decade ago. When he first broke into the Arena Football League, he hadn't played a lot of even collegiate football yet because it was for the state career ending early.
Not a great throw, but Donovan Morgan makes the catch, and LA has to hustle the line of scrimmage because they only have one timeout left. The two failed challenges coming back to haunt the Kids right now.
Really, I mean, especially the one on second down. You got time, and you see the clock kill there.
Yeah.
So they kill the clock with 21 seconds to go, and they have plenty of time to get a touchdown. Are you looking for something here where you can get a guy across the middle and perhaps make a play?
I think you're going to see deep, high coverage. So I think anything in the middle is going to be good. You just got to be aware of the front and backside corners falling off to help.
Hey, we got walk left, wing yo.
It's where anticipation is still a big part of the growth and maturation for Adrian McPherson within Matt Salk's offense, getting the ball out on time.
And McPherson gonna tuck it and run. Makes the jack miss. McPherson gets it to the 5, first and goal. There's the dual threat of Adrian McPherson.
And Big Ant, being a defensive lineman, you know you've got to stay level, especially in this situation. You cannot give a guy with his athletic ability and his legs a big lane like that. Fletcher gets too wide and too high up the field, allows for the escape from McPherson, who really had nothing down the field.
Especially to the wide side of the field, said you let those defensive ends to the short side, the boundary, take chances more often. The wide side of the field in that situation, you have to keep them penned in.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and goal, just outside the 5. McPherson looks first at Morgan, and now he gets rid of it. 8 seconds to work with, so they've got time to run 2 plays. And let's listen in to Matt Salk talking to his starting quarterback.
Throw the fade. I'm okay with that. All right. Let's go tight left, HO, tight left, HO. We got 500, H fade, S slant. Wing piston.
Let's go.
The officials are getting a timeout because an LA Kiss lineman's shoe came off. So neither team will be charged a timeout, just a minor equipment issue.
An adjustment.
I'm a size 15, guys. Whenever my shoe came off, especially if I had it spatted up and my hands were all taped, it's tough duty. You got to get the teammates in there to help you out sometimes.
Where's the kicker when you need him? Get him out there. Help out the situation.
Kickers are people too now.
I know they are. They have feelings.
Yes, they do.
I'm gonna step on
sometimes those
everyone.
people should come over and help their teammates get the shoes back on. They're the ones who aren't taped up.
And they don't have finger problems. You know what I mean? Their fingers are doing well.
And their fingers right are normal size.
Yeah.
They can do normal activities like tie shoes. All right, Sid, what are you thinking? 2 plays, you got to go pretty quick. If you're McPherson, the one thing you cannot do is take a sack.
Exactly. That's the one thing he hasn't done well, is go quick when he's had to. And right there, he had a chance to throw the fade to Donovan Morgan. Didn't want to take the chance. Started to look at it, come back and look the other way, but he's got to get the ball out.
500, H fade,
How about the thought of him faking it and taking it himself?
They've already done that, so you can rest assured that Las Vegas will be at home.
McPherson throws it. Morgan turns around and can't get to the football. No flag. 4 seconds to go in the half.
He throws the fade here. It's a little underthrown, and Donovan can't get his head back around to find it. He's going to come right in here, and he's going to run the fade just outside. Ball's up early, but he can't find it. Could have been a little hold right there. You see right there, McLean has the shoulder of Donovan Morgan. You got 1 play here.
McPherson looks, throws. Incomplete. LA gets no points. So that did not go well for the Kiss. Lack of execution on the final drive. They will head to the locker room trailing 27-14. And that is a critical stop for Las Vegas. And let's check in with Anthony Herring.
Well, Coach, your ball club has put another good half of football together. We're actually maybe getting another ruling for the official
Hold on,
here.
we may have a second put on the clock.
We get a review of the time remaining on the clock.
There were 4 seconds on the clock at the start of the play. Did you guys feel like the play took 4 seconds or 3?
We had 4 seconds on the clock to start the play. I do know that. It was an incomplete pass. Let's see what our time is when the ball hits and if we have any video evidence that there should be time on the clock. That's what we're looking for. Okay, there's our clock in the corner. Thank you. Please go ahead. Ball is snapped. It's counting down. The ball hits the ground. It does appear that there's 1 second on the clock. Can I see that again? I'm going to look at when the ball hits the ground, and then I'm going to look at the clock and see if there's time on the clock, which it does appear there is. So let's go slow motion. Okay, there's a pass. It hits the ground now. There is 1 second on the clock. We are going to have one more play. It's going to be 4th down. The booth challenge will be upheld.
Great decision from upstairs to challenge that, and we're going to have one more play. What do you think about McPherson running it here?
After further review, the incomplete pass hit the ground with 1 second on the clock. There will be one more second. 4th down.
He's got to make a throw. They've been the last 3 plays they've played base defense. That means they haven't brought the MAC linebacker to put pressure on him. They've stayed in a 30, which is no blitzing, just allowing the front 3 to work and trying to keep him maintained.
I just feel like he's so big and strong, even if he runs into contact.
He's at the 5-yard line.
Let's see what they're going to run.
Hey, tight trips left. Hang in there. It's on 2. On 2. Tight trips left, H.O. We got 50. H-fade, wing, juice, wing collar, and smash. On 2. Ready? Go.
Vegas may have jumped. McPherson's going to scramble, make a guy miss, and get into the end zone. Touchdown kiss.
All right. Great call.
Just let him run the football.
Well, you're going to have offside, so it's a free play. How you could get so out of control as a pass rusher, and I'll ask Big Ann about that, but you can't get out of control as a pass rusher there.
2 times on the play, both against the defense. Illegal defense, or illegal formation, the nose guard was shading. Illegal formation, the defensive line out of his stance. Touchdown is good. We'll do the try.
You heard McPherson talk about stay on sides, hold in there, right there, the hard count. Gets him off sides. Wears the flag on his back and still gets it in the end zone.
Kenny Spencer on for the extra point. Kick is up and it is good. So going to the booth replay, they get 1 extra second and they make good use of it. They get 7 on the board. It's now a 6-point game and they will get the football at the start of the 3rd quarter. So a critical decision. And now let's try again and go to Big Ann.
I'm with Coach Garcia, who's in a bit of a heated moment with the officials. Coach, now your team, still one of the better first halves you guys have played this season. Defensively, what were the breakdowns there late?
You asked me that on TV? You saw the breakdowns. Everybody else on TV saw the breakdowns. This half should be over, but we're good.
How pleased are you with the play of your quarterback, J.J. Raterink?
I'm pleased. I'm pleased with the whole team. They're playing well, playing good football.
Thank Black Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Big Ann, he got that way with me when I was down there. You better ask AG a question he likes. Stick around. Lots of good stuff coming up. AFL on ESPN. Welcome back to the AFL on ESPN. You're looking at some of the fine music entertainment here at the Honda Center. At the break, Outlaws lead the Kiss 27-21. All right, Wolf alongside friend and partner Sid Bonner and Sid. J.J. Raterink was the starting quarterback here in Los Angeles a year ago, and the team was not very good, and he struggled. Now he's playing for a team coached by Aaron Garcia, who's a first-year head coach, and we're seeing J.J. Raterink shine. Yeah, he's starting to blossom. 15 of 23, 186 yards, 4 touchdowns in the first half. We have not seen him have a half like that since probably the 2012 season. He's very comfortable in what he's doing, and that's what's going on. Anytime you're comfortable out there and you can just play football and not be concerned with television cameras or other distractions going around, I mean, he's very comfortable, and it looks like it. Just about set to start the second half, and if LA gets a touchdown and converts the extra point, they will have their first lead of the night. And Sid, let's take a look at first half stats. What jumps out at me is the efficiency of the Las Vegas Outlaws. Their time of possession, they're not just taking shots, but they're being prudent with possessions. They're working the ball down the field, taking time off the clock, forcing LA to get a little bit desperate on that defensive side, doing a nice job. In the old days of the AFL, time of possession meant nothing because you assumed offenses would score on every possession. It's not that way in the modern AFL. So the time of possession may become a stat we start to pay attention to. Trice misplays it, and the up man does a great job there to secure the football. And let's go to Anthony.
Well, guys, as I spoke to Kids head coach Bob McMillan just before this half began, he said the main message he had for his guys at the half was to play more physical, and he really wants to get pressure on quarterback J.J. Raterink, heat the pass rush up, and also show a few different coverages. He didn't like the fact that the DBs were playing so deep for the majority of the first half. So they're going to tighten the coverage, try to make sure they show a few different looks, and force the kick and force the Outlaws to try to beat them deep.
Thank you, Big Ant. 1st and 10 for McPherson and the Kiss offense. McPherson delivers to Lewis, and Lewis looks to cut it back and cannot do it. Dwight McLean, who played his college ball in the Big Ten at Purdue, comes over to make the tackle. Good throw and catch, good start early, quick stop route, move the coverage, and forced him to come up. You see Donovan Henley playing really deep on Donovan Morgan.
We got 50 bench.
And if you're just joining us, Lewis making his return to Los Angeles, grew up in Inglewood. 75 of his friends and family here at the Honda Center tonight. 2nd and short, McPherson wants to go over the top, and it didn't really look for Lewis. This is a ball by coverage that you have to throw towards the wall when he comes out of his break. You can't throw it upfield. It's not a traditional corner.
We got Brown left H.O. Brown left H.O. We got 370. Sale State.
We got Brown left H.O. We got 370 Sale State on 1. Ready? 30.
You're going to have the quick corner by the motion man. He's going to run the quick sail route here. A state route, which is going to be a hold and a hold on the backside.
McPherson delivers. Morgan has it. And there is the footwork. There is the throw and the mechanics you're looking for out of McPherson. Well, he got a clear, concise look at the defense. You got press outside. You know you've got the sail route. He's able to step into it and make a nice throw. Great timing. And again, Donovan Henley giving up a ton of room, playing really soft in the middle.
No, 70 F flat T screen.
This is going to be a hot read here. A double release. Your fullback is going to go into the flat, to the field side, and look for the tight end screen on the backside. Almost picked off. Terrence Carter, the 6-year vet who played his college ball at Colorado State, not fooled, almost got an interception. That's a really nice job on his part, and not a good job of selling it. You've got to be patient here. You can't get too excited. You see just a quick slapping up. Great job of recognition by Terrence Carter. Shows why he's one of the top defensive ends in the league. I mean, that's a great play right there because there's something going. And he was well taught. Playing in San Jose, you're always playing for some of the top coaches and one of the best staffs in the AFL. Absolutely.
Go.
McPherson keeps backpedaling. Now he'll get rid of it. Caught! Donovan Morgan, touchdown Kiss. Morgan's textbook celebration goes right to the middle of the field. Captain Morgan continues the work, and that is all protection and really just Adrian being patient, getting separation, sitting back, finds him across the back of the end zone. Now,
to the defensive back's credit, you can't cover somebody for that long. I mean, that's just a really good job by the offensive line. You can't cover that long.
Kenny Spencer delivers, and just like that, remember it was 27-14 before they added a second to the clock. Since then, 14 unanswered for the Kiss, and there is a laser from McPherson to Morgan. Kiss on top, 28-27. There is Adrian McPherson going around, giving some love to his teammates, particularly to his offensive line, as the Kiss have their first lead of the night. Kenny Spencer to kick it off, and it's an onside kick, trying to fool him. Doug Williams not fooled, and he collects the football at the 12. Why the onside kick now?
Well, you got a little momentum. You're trying to catch them by surprise, force them to play red zone offense, which it's always tougher to do it. If that's a chance to do it, you're going to take care of it out there. You see Wesley Moala just doing a great job blocking instead of trying to touch the ball. Big guys always try to go in there and put their hands on something they shouldn't. Great job by him.
Raterink, terrific in the first half. 15 for 23, 186 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no turnovers. Well, and there weren't enough guys on the field for LA.
Spicer gets in the ball game.
ESPN2's coverage of the Arena Football League continues next Saturday with the Cleveland Gladiators heading to the city of brotherly love to take on the Philadelphia Soul in an American Conference matchup. Cleveland and Philly next Saturday at 7 on ESPN2 and watch ESPN. Can I take you to my favorite cheesesteak spot next week, buddy?
For sure.
You're like, yeah, please, I'll have 2.
I'll starve myself all week. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was that? I'll have 2 things.
You're a big guy. I thought you might be hungry.
Wow.
1st and 10. Raterink steps up, throws. Solomon's got it. Touchdown, Outlaw. Guess that whole red zone theory thing, even though it wasn't technically in the red zone, did not apply as Raterink is playing flawless football.
He really is, and he's doing a good job of recognizing coverage early, and you see him step up to evade.
Solomon's first receiving touchdown of the season. Second-year man out of Iowa, 31 years of age. Had a great career playing for the Hawkeyes.
He's another guy that was with me in Chicago and Donovan Morgan back in 2008. A guy that bounced around the indoor league circuit, but he seemed to find a home here with AG in Las Vegas.
Ross Cornell on for the extra point. He delivers, and the Outlaws back in front, 34-28. What a night so far for J.J. Raterink. This is his 5th touchdown pass of the night, right on target. Solomon wide open. Very good game tonight in Anaheim, the first ever meeting in the Rock Band rivalry. Vince Neil, one of the lead members of the Motley Crue Band, is one of the majority owners of the Outlaws, and the LA Kiss, no surprise, are owned by the band Kiss. Now, Vince Neil, we saw last week, knows how to have a good time. Like to see the bands have a little, you know, let's have the music. Let's have a competition. Let's go to Ant.
I'm with a Hall of Famer. You got one in the booth, all right? I got one here at field level. Tommy Lasorda.
We lost the microphone. Is Anthony Herring got a chance to talk to literally a living legend?
I'm a Dodger fan for life, so that's tough not to hear Tommy.
We're gonna have to try that again. I mean, he's a patient man. Catch is made, and enough for a LA Kiss first down. McPherson, since the first quarter, has been a different quarterback.
Yeah, he's done a nice job because he's been able to get out and get comfortable, run a little bit. make some plays with his legs, but now he's starting to pick it up offensively.
As Anthony mentioned, what an interesting career. Played in the AFL at 19, was the Rookie of the Year. And then the following year was picked in the 5th round by the New Orleans Saints. The only player ever to play in the AFL and then get drafted.
Watch Donovan Morgan on the post route.
McPherson completes it, and Lewis gets hit by McLean. There's going to be, I think they're going to say it's a defenseless receiver.
He's in play.
But I'm just
looking at the guy. Like,
don't kill the messenger.
It just sounded really loud. I mean,
after the play, personal foul, defense. Using the crown of his helmet with a late hit. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Okay, maybe the crown of the helmet or the helmet, but it's not a late play. He's making the tackle. That's not late. I mean, that's mostly forearms. Late. Mostly forearms.
But he does dip the head.
He does dip the head. But not a late hit.
Thought you were going to go down there and go after the officials. McPherson going to the end zone. Broke it up. Eddie Moten, the veteran, not fooled.
You can't stare down guys, and this is where not having that extra five yards in the back corner of that end zone where you can't lay it up. But look how deep Moten is back here. He's already in position to help there. I'm throwing the ball out to the wall. I'm going to let my guy outside catch it and run for yards. Doesn't have to go to the end zone. You can make that throw. That's just a crafty play by a veteran.
10 years in the AFL for Eddie Moten. McPherson's going to step up, make a move, and McPherson down at the 5. We'll call it a gain of 8. Can he continue this style of play through an 18-game regular season?
Well, it's going to be tough, but if anybody can, this guy works out, he takes care of his body, but it's just so physical. The pounding on that turf, every time you hit it, I mean, it makes it hard, and you're getting older. He's not that 21-year-old kid anymore running around. He is very physical, but it does take its toll.
We saw what Tampa a couple years ago was putting together arguably a first-team all-arena performance and then got hurt late in the year. And he's going to keep it himself and take a big hit at the 6. And
Tanner
it's going to bring
Varner.
up 4th down. Tanner Varner, who likes and plays well on national TV.
He does. He does a good job every time. You're going to watch him scrape over the top here and meet the thigh of Adrian McPherson. Watch him shoot through. Boom. I mean, that's a great tackle by the veteran from Northern Iowa. He's going to scrape through, and nobody tries to get up to his level. And that's the kind of pounding you can't take if you're a quarterback in this league. And the thighs and the legs.
All right, it's 4th down. Well, McPherson is a threat to keep it. And he will keep it, and he will get the first down.
That's automatic.
Automatic. Death, taxes, and first downs for Adrian McPherson on 3rd or 4th and short. Automatic.
Tell you, there's just too much spacing. Guys coming upfield, they're not playing what's called like a thunder technique through their man, inside shoulder with power. Can't take an edge with this guy. You got to play through the bodies and play with power through the defenders.
And one nice thing also about this drive is they look at Jabari Fletcher. They're taking time off the clock. They're changing the tempo of the game. We will step away while they take a look at Jabari Fletcher. We'll be back in a moment at the Honda Center. Tensions are high in the Bronx as Big Papi and the Sox face Tanaka and the Yanks. The year may change, but the rivalry doesn't. Baseball rules on ESPN. Red Sox versus Yankees, Sunday at 8 p.m. on ESPN and watch ESPN.
Watching a 30 for 30 when the Red Sox came back from the 3-0 hole last night. It was awesome. Not for Yanks fans, but it was awesome.
First and goal from the 2.5. McPherson, play action, and he had his man and missed him. I know nobody's more disappointed than Anthony Herring because he likes to see the big guys get into the end zone.
Anthony Parker just playing his first game. Another tight end slip. Throwing off the wrong foot, running the wrong direction. He called out his
quarterback.
He did, he did. Watch the hands. Come on, man. What's up? I'm open.
And it's Morgan, and he will not get into the end zone. Varner, another good tackle, and Varner showing he is really tough in the red zone against the run.
Always been a physical tackler. That, you know, the tough thing about that, when you miss a play that's that wide open, at times it makes your playbook shrink up as a coach. You're like, what can I call that? We're going to execute at a high level.
I call it, you just hike it. Adrian McPherson keeps it, and he follows his offensive lineman into the end zone. 2 times. He got 3rd down. If you want to score, that's guaranteed.
Here it comes.
And he will keep it, and he will get stopped, but I'd give it right back to him at the 1. He got 1.
That's a good play by Terrence Carter. Here's the thing, you know it's coming. You know it's coming. But watch Terrence Carter shoot the gap. He's got an inside shade here. Watch him shoot inside. And play through the upfield shoulder.
That's a heck of a play by Carter. He's intelligence, his football IQ has been on display tonight. Hasn't been fooled at all. And they're going to push the pile and push the pile. No signal. Outlaws say he's not in, and he's not in.
Somebody's offsides. Oh, there is
a flag on the far side of the field. So it's going to be half the distance to the goal. Still 4th down.
Offside defense. Number 21, lined up in the neutral zone. Half the distance to the goal. Replay 4th down.
That's a huge mistake by the field corner, Dwight McLean.
I mean, how does that happen?
It can't happen. There's no way. But you've got to check. You want to be close, but you've got to check. And I believe he's going to line up right here on the edge. And he's
right in front of the line, Joe. And they're going to push the pile, and he's in. Touchdown kiss. Adrian McPherson, another rushing touchdown. And Dirty Laundry coming in here. And these teams already don't like each other. And it's the first time they've ever played.
Fisticuffs going on a little bit down there. Tuiasosopo getting involved. The big fella's getting after it.
Eddie Moten's in there breaking it up. He's playing diplomat. I mean, the guy's in his 10th year. He knows when to save his energy.
But he'll get you on the next kickoff, though.
Oh, he will. Eddie Moten, not a big talker. Had a lot of game. He was Clint Dawzell's nemesis.
You see Tanner Varner get thrown down after the score. You're going to see Tanner right here, and then watch this one. Shove, and now here it comes again on Tanner.
Yeah,
and look at the flop. Oh, that was WWE style right there.
Yeah, he's watching wrestling on TV. Hey, Campbell wanted more of them.
The result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, personal foul on the defense. I'm sorry. Personal foul on the offense. Number 63 threw a punch. 63 is disqualified. That play will be enforced on the first play after kickoff.
That's our second offensive lineman down.
The game.
Tuiasosopo out.
What do you do?
Throw a punch.
No, what do they do?
You're going to have to play old style, old-time arena football. Bring one of the D linemen on over and let him block. But watch 63 right there.
You know who makes sense?
Where's the punch? I'm still looking for the punch by 63.
Yeah, we didn't.
Might have come in there. There he is.
But what do you think about Michael Spicer, because he played Ironman football? He could be the guy to come in.
He has to be. I mean, he's the only guy that's done it.
So we'll see the next time they're on offense if 16 Michael Spicer, who actually played in LA. Played for the LA Avengers. Extra point is good. And let's try this again with a living legend, is with Anthony Herron.
Everyone in the sports world, of course, knows Tommy Lasorda. You've been here supporting the LA Kids tonight. So we heard this is your first AFL game. What have you thought about it so far?
This is the first time I've been here. It's exciting. I've enjoyed it immensely. The fans are great here, and I'm telling you one thing, that they have a good football game. I like it very much, and I never thought I'd be here sitting watching a football game here. But by golly, I'm glad I came. I see the way they play, and it's fast. The fans enjoy it. It's great out here.
And Tommy, for you, you were a left-handed pitcher. You were in the minors for a while before your major league career began. Do you see some correlation with these players, maybe with their other professional football hopes and being able to pursue them?
Well, they play hard. They're good players, and many of them are looking forward to try to get to the NFL. And that's their goal, is to get there. So they're exciting.
Well, baseball tonight follows us, guys. I'm going to see if Tommy will tell me if the Cubs are going to win the World Series finally.
Thank you very much, Big Ant. Tanner Barner, the up man, gets the football, puts it on the carpet, and it's LA Kids football. So Tanner Barner, who was so physical in the red zone, he coughs it up.
First of all, he made a tremendous play just to field this ball. Make no mistake, but then he coughs it up on the hit. The ball takes a wicked bounce off the net, and he's able to bring it in. Right there with the slide catch, looks like a second baseman. And right there, the hit. I think it was Sampson, DeMarco Sampson caused that fumble. San Diego State representing.
And there's Trice with the football. Wow, is this game changed? It was 27-14 Outlaws. Now Los Angeles with the lead, and Tommy Lasorda likes it. If Tommy's happy, you're happy, right?
Absolutely, man, legend. Those are my guys, Bill Russell, Steve Garvey.
McPherson's gonna step up, tuck it and run, take it for 6, touchdown Kiss.
Man, you gotta call it what it is. You've got to be disciplined. You gotta be disciplined. He's got 3 rushing touchdowns already, 2 rush touchdowns already.
Contact. Illegal contact. Defense number 2. That penalty is declined. Touchdown is good.
Force him to beat you with his arms, because his legs are gonna destroy you. You're gonna see again too many levels and too many openings. Look at this lane right here, wide open, and that's just too easy.
An 8-point lead. And here's the fumble on the kickoff. And Varner did a great job to field it. Probably should have just stayed right where he was.
DeMarco Sampson with the great hit, right on top of the ball, bangs it out of there. Trice comes up with it. And look at that lane. You can't give this guy that kind of running lane. You got to stay disciplined in your pass rush and make plays, keep him back there, make him throw the football.
So now J.J. Raterink and Aaron Garcia, this is a whole new position. It's been so long since they've had the football. Down 8, they don't need to be in any particular hurry, but how does this change things?
It's been a long time since they really trailed. I mean, even their game against Arizona, they led for the better part of that second half. So we'll see how their resolve comes up big for them, see what washes to the top. If they've truly got that kind of good cohesion going, it should be something really good for them.
Spencer has been so good on kickoffs, but this time Gerald Young will have a chance. And he's special in the open field. Great coverage from Los Angeles. Antron Dillon with the tackle, and J.J. Raterink, 5 touchdown passes, no turnovers. Here's Gerald Young. And Raterink has been razor sharp on time.
And I think the thing that rings true to me when I watch this is he's been extremely decisive. And all of his highlights, he's been decisive right there, even stepping up and understanding where his guy's coming from. Soft touch throw over the top to Clinton Solomon. Very sharp.
The Kiss looking for their first win of the season here in their home opener. Las Vegas looking for a 2-game winning streak early in their first season in the AFL. Jomo Wilson with the catch. Gain of 9 yards, and let's go to Ant.
Well, guys, this will be a different situation than we
seem to have lost Anthony's microphone. We will get back to him in a moment. Second and short, do you maybe want to take a shot here?
Always.
The old
Second,
gunslinger
always.
in you says yes. Raterink is taking a shot, and too much on the throw.
He's got it. You know, it's a good time to take a shot, but the way they rolled coverage there, you've got an in route coming from your backside. You had 2 receivers on the short side of the field. Go ahead and give it to your guy and let him run. He's going to probably run just as far as that fade route would have ran. There was so much space in the middle of the field. I heard the quarterback draw. So look for JJ to take a quick 3-step and then take off. You're going to watch the lineman try to throw the edge rushers upfield.
Big space on that silver turf for J.J. Raterink, who gets the first down and out to the 24-yard line.
He's a little patient there. He might get a lot more yards.
I think they like to keep him healthy.
Well,
he doesn't have the toughness of McPherson. McPherson's a bigger body.
I've seen JJ take some shots.
He can take a beating. Yeah. I'm just saying McPherson's built to withstand more punishment.
Yes. So you're talking about a truck versus a Fiat.
I don't know if I go with the Fiat. I mean, he's got 5 touchdowns. Give him a break. 3 quarters complete here at the Honda Center. The music's kicking. We've got a great football game. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back with more AFL on ESPN. Welcome back to the AFL on ESPN. The LA Kiss lead the Las Vegas Outlaws 42-34 as we get set to start the 4th quarter. It's the return of J.J. Raterink to Los Angeles. Last year he was their starter, and he's now coached by the other guy who started games for the LA Kiss last year, Aaron Garcia, both of whom, as a result of the reality show 4th and Loud, we know didn't have a perfect relationship with LA Kiss head coach Bob McMillan, and you know this game means a lot to these 2 guys.
Yeah, you might hear all the right stuff.
Yes.
Just playing against your old team anytime you want to win, but there's a little something extra tonight.
And there is Bob McMillan. Bob McMillan was putting together a Hall of Fame coaching career to back up his Hall of Fame playing career. But it's been a rough ride here in Los Angeles.
It has. He was the best two-way player I played with from the fullback Mac position. He was great.
Quick screen to Williams. Williams cuts it back. Doug Williams just signed this week. Is very close, and it appears he has a first down for the Outlaws.
Might get an offsides here. Holding.
Offense lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
I got to say that one is a head scratcher. I won't ever recall that being a penalty being called in a game.
Offense.
That fly back. 50 stop X post.
This is about as crystal clear and basic as you can be here.
Left, wide back, 50 stop X post on 2-on-2. Ready?
You're going to see a couple stop routes at about 10-12 yards on the outside, and the middleman will try to win to the post here.
Williams is going to the post. Raterink's in trouble and gets rid of it. That was he was just throwing it away.
Take it. Take it. Just because you call post, you don't have to throw the post. Take it. Read the coverage and take what's underneath. He's trying to get the dead set post route. The middleman's open, deep enough beyond the jack where you can make that throw. Take it all day long. Take it.
You know what I've just figured out? We got to get our friends at ESPN. We need a set cam to watch your reactions while the quarterbacks are making their reads.
Go! Set high!
Raterink. And there he's starting to get uncomfortable. There he was backing up and moving to his left. Not the type of offense we saw that was so successful in the first half.
Well, they run the crab route. You got a crosser with the deep comeback on the outside. And you see him, he's fading away, throwing upfield, and ball just sails on him. And that's something we hadn't seen all night.
Remember, we talked about between the play calling and the offensive line, it was making a huge difference.
50 Storms EG on one-on-one, ready?
Love this call. It's a great call here. You're going to get the out route here by this inside receiver, go, and an in route from the backside receiver.
It's there. Raterink completes it. Williams gets the first down, and we're going to get some live audio, but this time we're actually going to have Anthony Herron get the play call from head coach Aaron Garcia once Garcia gives the call to J.J. Raterink. And let's hope that Anthony gets along better with Coach Garcia this time.
I'm in the general vicinity of Coach Garcia. Coach, what are we going to say on this play?
Jomo's going to motion around to the inside on trips. We got 2 hitches out there. Jomo's going to try and beat his man to the corner.
Play we saw Coach Garcia execute with Jomo Wilson in Jacksonville years ago.
They had a great run together that led to a title. Jomo Wilson's got it. Touchdown, Outlaws.
See, this is a corner route was called, but when you trust your guys and you break somewhere and you're open, you almost do the Randy Moss and put your hand up. You're going to see him come around. He gets collisioned, and instead of going here, he just breaks to the post and wins. And JJ, good on you for being ready to throw that ball on time.
Ross Cornell on for the extra point attempt. Kick is on the way, and it is good. Well, this game has turned into a great seesaw affair. The LA Kiss 42. The Las Vegas Outlaws 41. J.J. Raterink tried to spoil the home opener. Touchdown pass number 6. But we haven't been saved by the bell just yet. We're heading to the 4th quarter. But good to know. You know, we've got Tommy Lasorda here, and in case you get out of line, we got the principal here.
Principal Belding.
There he is, Dennis Haskins, Mr. Belding from Saved by the Bell.
I won't say for the second time that I watched that show quite a bit growing up.
Yeah, you just did.
Oh, I just did.
Yeah.
My bad.
No worries. No worries. You're good. Trice. Off the iron. That's a loose football. Outlaws recovered. Doug Williams has it.
It's a fickle game. I'll tell you what, man.
It'll make you shave your head.
Oh,
this game.
I did a long time ago, and it just never grew back. And I pulled the rest out. I mean, this is just bar placement. Great kick, lucky kick, but off the bar, the up back can't handle it. I mean, the ball takes crazy, wicked bounces. There it is. You got to catch that ball. Trice, you can't let it hit the ground. It's too late for the up back to do anything.
Chance for the Outlaws to retake the lead. Down by 1.
Hey!
Be alert for Terrence Campbell. The tight end, he's done such a nice job.
Raterink caught. Williams, touchdown Outlaws.
Give Doug Williams the bone.
Yes.
You recovered a kick. We're going to go ahead and give you the bone. I see AG with the play call. That's a great response. We were just asking how they would respond after going down 8. And just like that.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Touchdown, touchdown. Cornell on for the extra point to try to give the Outlaws a 6-point lead. If you're wondering whether or not they should go for 2, the prevailing theory in the AFL is don't chase the points. Wait to go for 2 till you have to, because guys might miss an extra point, like he did just there. Doinked it right off the right upright. So here's how this all happened. Outlaws were down 1. They kick off. Ball comes off a little bit funny. And who's there? Doug Williams, number 7. And then Aaron Garcia, the head coach, dials up. He says, hey, give you a more. Doug Williams, the touchdown. And what a game we have here in Anaheim. As the draft nears, get a personal behind-the-scenes look into the lives of NFL prospects Jameis Winston, Shane Ray, Melvin Gordon, Todd Gurley, Devin Smith, and John Crockett. The clock is ticking to their biggest moment. Draft Academy series premiered Tuesday, April 14th at 7 on ESPN. Then, John Gruden invites the draft's top quarterback prospects for film study and on-field workout. It's the 6th consecutive year of Gruden QB Camp, Tuesday at 9 on ESPN. And do we have another recovery from the Outlaws? Yes, we do.
Dwight McClain tries struggling off the net, and this time he misplays it. The ball's coming short off the net. That's tough. High angle or right to him. That wasn't even off the net. Excuse me.
That's all on Trice.
That's looking ahead before you catch the football right here. It's clearly misplayed, doesn't secure it, and you can't have it. Great hustle by Dwight McClain.
But he is a rookie, and you're taking some calculated risk by putting a rookie who has not played a lot of games with a rebound net.
True. However, he has probably shown that he can catch the ball.
I would think that's how he won the job.
Two crucial mistakes.
Tonight. The give is to Williams, and he will not get in. He's brought down at the 3-yard line. If you're the Outlaws, this is huge. I mean, this game means so much to Aaron Garcia and J.J. Raterink, and they also want to control the clock a little bit, and they can right here.
They absolutely can, and the reason it's big for them is all the feelings from a year ago. Not to mention, you want to show everybody that it's not a fluke. Winning against Arizona last week.
Left, X-back inside, 32, X-fade, wide swirl, one-on-one. Ready?
You're going to work right here on the fade route inside, and you're going to get a twirl route from the outside receiver, but look for Clinton Solomon.
Raterink's in trouble, and he will throw that one at about the 5th row. And that lucky fan will get to keep the football. One of the perks here in the AFL, you come to the game, you get a ball, you get to keep it. There is a flag.
Holding, offense, number 60, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
That's our guy, Terrence Campbell, who had the touchdown earlier, his 2nd of the season, tight end.
You still got to be impressed with the way these guys have played. You see the inside move, and there's the hold, clear, jersey. That's just a great inside move, and you don't get that a lot of time from the backside or the boundary, but a quick move by an athletic defensive end.
Left trip, X-back inside, 50 dragon on one-on-one. Ready?
What would you be telling him if you were the quarterback after that?
Thank you. Don't give up the free shot. I don't care if you back me up a few yards, just don't.
3rd down, throws it up, caught.
Ball.
Williams has got it. He may be in the 1st row, but they're going to have to bring him back. Oh, check that. It's Clinton Solomon. And Solomon's is going to take a seat. Clinton Solomon.
Is Anthony smiling down there?
He's got to be.
The Hawkeye.
Not have a rooting interest.
The Hawkeye.
Any former Hawkeye has a special place in Anthony's heart.
You can't realize how good a throw this is. The Jack linebacker, Teran Benton, is there. He is ready for this throw, but J.J. puts it high and away from him.
And Solomon's 6'4". He's a good target in the red zone.
Hey, Solo, as we used to call him back in Chicago in '08, I mean, the kid can flat out play. He can get it done. Still getting accustomed to being back in the form of the arena game, but really good talent.
And the extra point is good. Now let's see the 2 recoveries from the Outlaws.
See the hot bounce off the net. Williams able to recover. And the second one was just misplayed. It's a kick like in the outdoor game, right to him. Trice can't handle it. Dwight McClain's able to come up. And you see the great throw. And that's 4 plays. 4 plays in the last 2 weeks on special teams that have made huge differences for the Las Vegas Outlaws. Big Ant.
Said I'm with the man of the hour, J.J. Raterink. Almost left your coach hanging. That's all right. You guys are on the same page anyway. You've got some receivers going into the stands making plays for you tonight. What kind of kismet do you have going?
Really good chemistry, and the thing is we've been mixing in the receivers, so guys have been going to different positions on the field. To see them acclimate so quickly and adjust on the fly, like we talked about earlier, especially 3 weeks in, really positive.
Raterink, 7 touchdown passes tonight.
We're still trying to, Anthony threw the word kismet at him, and only the Rhodes Scholar would know to go ahead and change that up. Rhodes Scholar.
And Anthony knows who he's talking to. No time and situation. Anthony knew.
Hey, great catch.
Wilson getting the reception, and that's his first reception on the game. I mean, that's your starting outside on the ball receiver.
Got 30 hits on one, ready?
Another 3-step hitch route. Could get a breakaway here versus press coverage.
McPherson's going for it all. Morgan's got a step. Does he hold on? Fight for it? Yes, he does. Touchdown Kiss. Terrific throw and catch.
You heard the 30 hitch, and those routes convert. Anytime you get press coverage, you see Donovan Henley waiting for Donovan Morgan at the line of scrimmage. See the speed release outside, ball's up, and look at the strong finish. You see the little nudge to give himself a little extra space by Donovan right there, Morgan, and then he's able to snatch it, pull it in.
Blocked. That's a live football. Not anymore. Recovered by the Kiss. That's a critical block. LA can still take the lead with a touchdown and an extra point. Beautiful throw from McPherson. And Morgan fights for it and wins the battle. Coverage of the Arena Football League continues next Saturday when the Gladiators head to Philadelphia to take on the Soul, an American Conference matchup on ESPN2. That's the Cleveland Gladiators versus Philadelphia Soul next Saturday at 7 on ESPN2 and watch ESPN. We're going across the country next week. I promised set a cheesesteak. That means I promised one to Big Ann as well.
You got to have some double chocolate cake with some ice cream for that.
Well, but then I would have to have it every week. And we're going to Philly. It's kind of unique to have a cheesesteak. Here's Gerald Young, and watch out, this guy can fly. And he's going the wrong way this time. Adrian McPherson, the LA Kiss quarterback, has finally found his rhythm with the LA Kiss. He's been terrific tonight.
And he's used his legs to get himself in that rhythm. You see, this is the things that we've always known he could do. You see, it breaks down, he's able to scramble out and use his legs. Apparently Vegas didn't get the memo, but he did a nice job to get himself in rhythm with his feet. And then he's made some nice throws down the stretch to give him a chance.
None better than this one.
Absolutely, nice touch. Give your guy a chance to go be a playmaker.
And now Mr. McPherson needs his defense to give him some help. There'll be plenty of possessions to go here. With less than 5.5 minutes to go. Jomo Wilson with a drop. He was wide open. Anthony Herron is going to saddle up next to Aaron Garcia, who is next to J.J. Raterink. First, AG will give the call to Raterink, and then Anthony will get the call.
Coach, what you got on this play?
We're going to a Tampa formation, which is our tight end is actually to the field, and then Jomo's going to run a quick post, and Doug will be coming wide now, solo, wide now, solo.
We got a little bonus coverage there.
Quick post.
Raterink throws, and it is complete. Nice use of the hands there. Doug Williams has had a terrific night.
He's done a really nice job stepping in. and making plays when called upon.
And once again, Anthony Herron will hopefully ask the question in a way that Coach Garcia feels like answering.
Strong hands there displayed on the previous snap from Doug Williams. Coach, what do you have here? There's been some
Seems like
formational
whenever
problems.
Anthony Herron is near Aaron Garcia, something is happening.
Broken the huddle. Hey guys, we even saw in the previous snap that the spacing was off from the alignment of the wide receiver. So some frustration, as you guys have referenced throughout the night tonight. More emotion, more frustration being displayed from Aaron Garcia tonight than what we've seen previously in the season.
Well, Big Ant, you know, when you go into that Tampa formation where you put tight end to the field, it makes it tough for everyone. It makes it tough for the guys to line up. They don't know their spacing into that short side, how wide, how short they should be. It takes time to figure all those things out.
And as you know, you get into that rhythm, especially up front, where the tight end, folks at home, when you see the guy declaring, as he raises that hand, when he breaks the huddle going to the line of scrimmage, that's the tight end. You're used to having that particular player to a certain side of the formation. Terrence Campbell here, tight end, declaring to the boundary side. When you flop that, it affects the back linebacker, it affects the protection as well.
Raterink, the throw, and the catch is made, and it's Doug Williams again.
I think they found themselves. This kid has come up huge in a situation where a guy that hasn't played much is making plays. You see him running the route at the proper depth. JJ's on time with the throw, and that's pretty much unstoppable when you do it right.
Hey, Big Ant, would you feel like Aaron Garcia is doing a great impression of the late Tim Markham, who is such a maverick as head coach, but could be a little cranky down there? It feels a little like Tim Markham's back.
Well, this seems to be more the player energy of Aaron Garcia. You know, he just retired after last season.
Raterink, pump fake, now throws. Wilson goes up, gets it. Does he hold on? Yes. Touchdown, Outlaws.
This is a good job of being patient. And again, as a coverage guy, they're going to get Cato Bishop for throwing his helmet.
It's just silly.
It is.
It's beyond silly. It's
coach him up down there, coach.
Got to be disciplined and you know.
A bit of the intensity of Garcia has been off.
Result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 2, defense. That penalty will be enforced on the first play after kickoff.
They run a double move in the middle. The motion man's going to start the corner and come back to the post. JJ doesn't like it. He comes off, but look at this cornerback. Gets lost, separated from Jomo Wilson. There's no reason. Stick with your man. There's no reason to fall back inside and do someone else's job. Stay with your man. Relatively easy throw and catch, even though Jomo went up and had some popcorn in the stands.
Extra point is up and good. J.J. Raterink, this is his 8th touchdown pass of the night.
You're going to see just enough spacing from Winston Wright on the backside. He falls off just far enough. Loses sight of Jomo Wilson, who's able to go up and make the catch, grab a handful of popcorn, and get back down on the field.
4 touchdowns for the Outlaws already in the 4th quarter.
After we were trying to figure out if they were going to answer the bell after they went down 8, and then had a few negative plays offensively, and they still responded.
Want access to every AFL game at once? Oh, go to arenafootball.com and click the AFL live video player for a live stream of games around the league. Whether you're at home, on the computer, or on the go with your mobile device, AFL Live brings you all the action, scores, and stats as they happen. Plenty of time for the LA Kiss, but they're going to need to manage the clock. 2:41 remain.
That's why when you see a penalty like you just saw.
Trice has been replaced. DeMarco Sampson is back deep now for the LA Kiss. Trice fumbled the last kickoff. Sampson, former Aztec, and it's bouncing around and secured at the last possible moment. Boy, these kickoffs have been dangerous for the Kiss.
They need to get a little closer to the net. They're standing too far away from the ball.
Let's go to Anthony.
Coach McMillan. Bob, getting late in the game here, does the clock become a factor in the way you operate offensively now?
Oh, huge. I mean, we're just against the clock right now. We got to hurry up in and out of the huddle, hopefully score quick, and then possibly onside kick and hopefully get it.
As you're factoring that in, around what time left on the clock do you determine whether or not it's worthy of an onside?
It's worthy now. It's worthy now.
I like it, guys.
Bob McMillan, he shared a locker room with our own Sid Bonner and with Aaron Garcia back in 1995 with the Arizona Rattlers.
Still the best blocking fullback linebacker ever to play the game.
Sampson goes up high, makes the catch. Now keep in mind, the clock will not stop on a play like that until the final minute of the fourth quarter. So if you're LA, you got to move pretty quickly. You got to have a sense of urgency.
Well, I think sometimes you might, especially since you're using a wristband, if you're Matthew Sock, you might want to give him 2 numbers on that wristband so he doesn't have to go over and get a play from you.
I mean, the play clock's under 20 right now. McPherson feeling pressure. He'll go down.
Can't. If you don't like what you're looking at inside, throw the stop route outside to Sampson. Stop. You're going to see it just crumble up. See Ravoda walking back. Moia coming in and Terrence Carter again.
What a night.
And what a season so far.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been dominant.
He's got 3.5 sacks in 3 games. Go. And he has a pass deflected tonight. McPherson up the sideline looking for Donovan Morgan. Got his left hand on it, couldn't bring it in. And suddenly, the game's on the line. It's 4th down.
Absolutely, and that's that throw where we talk about dropping it in the bucket. If that ball's coming down at a little bit better trajectory, he's got a chance for it.
Final minute coming up after the break. Can McPherson lead the comeback? We find out in a moment. There are the scores by quarter, and Big Ant, how about 27-6 for the expansion Las Vegas Outlaws, and they're making Coach McMillan of the LA Kids a very unhappy guy. His team in danger of falling to 0-3, and if they want to have any chance, they have to convert here on 4th down.
Against Arizona, special teams are huge. Against the Kids, special teams have been huge. Can't jump off sides. You cannot jump off sides.
Well, you can, but you just won't like what happens.
You cannot. I don't care what universe you're in. You can't jump off sides.
They will sort this out, but it's going to make it much more manageable. And keep in mind, McPherson can run with the football if the play breaks down.
If I were an Outlaws coach right now, my head would be exploding. Luckily, I get to remove myself from the situation just a bit.
Mine just did, Anthony, up here. I don't even know who's talking right now.
5-yard penalty, 4th down.
4th and 4, trailing by 13. They need a touchdown, an onside kick, recovered, and another touchdown.
Go!
Hold on, we've got movement. And Morgan took a big hit, and he's gonna say hey to Eddie Moten. Come on, we were teammates. Actually, they weren't, but they both did play for Philadelphia at the same time. They should have a little, mutual love there.
Eddie kind of.
False start, offense, 44. Half the distance to the goal, 4th down.
It's the fullback. And I know McPherson said, hold your water. Hold your water in the huddle. Hold your water, which means don't jump.
And Sam Campbell is just such a great story. They signed him from an open tryout over halfway through the season last year. He's emerged as their starting fullback, but those key mistakes, errors at this point, these critical moments in the game are what separates winning from losing.
Well said, Anthony. 4th down. Go. Can they keep the game alive? McPherson throws, looking for Morgan, broke it up. Outlaw football, it's incomplete, but they will take over on downs. Now, one thing to keep in mind, they cannot take a knee here. They have the lead. They're going to have to get forward progress, otherwise the clock will stop.
You're going to see the sail in route, and this ball is late. There's plenty of space to get it in there. But he gets it off late and behind, and Donovan Henley, who's been outstanding his first few weeks of the season, makes a great play on the ball. Donovan Morgan can't make the play because the ball's behind him.
Well, Henley, they said even this week, learning from Eddie Moten, and Henley, the second-year man out of Idaho State.
Spent time with the Rattlers last year.
It's a great place to learn. So again, they cannot take a knee here. They have to get at least 1 inch or the clock automatically stops. But knowing Garcia and Raterink and their lack of, let's call it, love for the LA Kiss would not shock me if they try to score.
Well, I think they'll keep it professional. Like, if they don't, I won't be surprised, like I said, but I think deep down they'll keep it professional. But that's the second time they've had a defensive player not on the field and ready to go. And when you're dealing with a young group of guys, the guys that haven't spent a lot of time, and that's the difference, keeping a group together. This is a whole 6 guys remaining from the team a year ago. You got a whole new cast of characters in here. Those guys have got to start all swimming in the same direction, doing the right things.
Go! Raterink picks up forward progress. Said, we're only 3 weeks deep, but this is a statement from the Outlaws to beat Arizona at home and then go on the road and back it up with a division win at LA. This rock band rivalry, first one is going to go to Motley Crue and Vince Neil.
Yeah, the first blow goes to Las Vegas, and I tell you what, since the first half against the San Jose Sabercats, they have been outstanding. They've used special teams very well. They've done a nice job in the return game. They've got a couple lucky bounces, but when you get those kind of bounces, it means you're working, you're hustling. And this team is working hard, and they're hustling all over the field, making plays.
And one thing that Scott Butera said, the new commissioner last week to you, was one of the things that's great about bringing an expansion team, if it's done the right way, you can compete right away.
And they've got a great mix of young and old, new talent, veterans that understand the game.
And it appears J.J. Raterink again has forward progress. So the clock is ticking. And I got a feeling these two teams looking forward to the rematch already, which will take place on May 4th in Las Vegas.
We'll be there. Well, I'll be there. Big Ann will be there.
So this one is a wrap. Las Vegas 61, LA 48. The Kiss are 0-3. The Outlaws are 2-1. What do you take away from this?
They didn't blink. They did a great job of getting back in the game and keeping their poise when they got down.
They certainly did. An impressive win for the Outlaws. On behalf of our entire ESPN crew, Anthony Herron, Sid Bonner, Ari Wolf, we had a great time here in Los Angeles. Make sure to tune in next week. Cleveland at Philly. It's a great rivalry. We'll talk to you next Saturday from the City of Brotherly Love. Have a great night, everybody.